Alright, so we can see Kell. That's his head right there. He's resting. And I'm gonna read to him what I have been, most of the way through the book now, about the wrath of the ice sorcerer. Okay, buddy. You ready for the next part? The two of you have indeed experienced a great adventure, he began. But now, allow me to tell you a tale of the outside world, a tale of treachery and evil, of powers and destruction so dark, they will chill your heart. Jonquil's eyes shone with excitement. He always loved to hear talk of the outside world, and although so few bands in the kingdom could claim any knowledge of such matters, he always listened intently when old adventurers, such as Yargle or Targrin, told about their bold escapades in the sweeping green plains beyond the forest. The young Banff sat patiently on the chest whilst Arengast told him about Vorst's treachery and the plight of the three wizards, how he and his brothers had been released from the sacred chamber to seek their precious charges, and how Arengast had been drawn to the summer chest by its own inherent power. "But why didn't you try to rescue the chest yourself?" Jonquil asked him. "I was afraid to," Arengast rather shamefully admitted. "The vessels are so valuable, so delicate. If I tried to lift it from the pool with my teeth or my claws, I would surely have damaged it. I dared not take the risk." "So you simply climbed into the tree and decided to wait for help to arrive," Jonquil stated. "I had no other choice," Arengast claimed. "What else could I do?" "But how did you know that we were not part of the enemy?" Jonquil asked. "At first I did not," the dragon began. "So I waited. Then when you began laughing and playing in the water, your voices drenched with happiness, I knew you could not be from Vorst. His servants are foul, spiteful creatures, whose harsh laughter only rings out with greed or evil deeds. I knew that it was only a matter of time before someone was attracted by the summer vessel's spell." "You are lucky it was not the ice troll," Jonquil told him. "Lucky? Pah!" The dragon pursed his lips in disgust and spat a jet of real fire into the pool. A burst of steam erupted angrily from the water. "If that evil cur had dared to show his face again, I would have ripped him in two." As Arengast growled his words across the pool, his spear-sharp talons tore into the bank beneath him, plowing destructive furrows into the beds of summer flowers. "I followed the progress of the sacred vessel in the hands of the enemy. Then suddenly, I came upon them. They scattered before me like leaves in the wind. Such is the bravery of the dark servants. They all fled but one. He was the ice troll burdened with the vessel. He took fright when he saw me and tried to escape through the thick undergrowth. But he was slow and stumbling. Eventually he staggered here to the forest pool. It was dull and lifeless, and in his panic he seized two boulders from the bank, threw them roughly into the vessel, and then hurled it into the deep water. Although I was horrified at his actions, once he had given up possession of the sacred vessel, I was able to attack him. I had not dared to do so before, for fear of causing damage to the precious object. My intention was to roast him alive for his evil part in the grand treachery, but he foiled me. As soon as I sprayed him in flame, he dived into the pool, dousing my fire. He was able to swim much better than I assumed, and to my shame, he escaped me. But it is gratifying to learn that the evil creature did not live long, and was soon to meet a violent end at the hands of the swamp demon." "He did?" Jonquil interrupted. "How do you know that?" The dragon did not answer, but stared emphatically at Radijak. Jonquil followed his eyes to the tarragon, but Radijak just gazed back at him innocently. The Banff was rapidly beginning to understand the full extent of his companion's special senses. He was clearly able to communicate with the dragon by some unseen, unheard language. "So the troll was killed, eh, Ratters?" The tarragon piped up in agreement. "Then what happened to the swamp demon?" he asked. Radijak turned to Arengast and began to stare hypnotically into the golden dragon's eyes. Occasionally an ear would twitch, or one of his feet would slap the ground, almost to accentuate his silent speech. Eventually, Arengast turned to Jonquil and repeated in the spoken tongue everything that had happened to the two companions after the death of the ice troll. Jonquil could not decide which it was that astounded him more, finding out that he and Radijak had flown through the trees, or that his tarragon companion had a new trick, telepathy with dragons. "What are you gonna do now?" Jonquil finally asked Arengast. "I must return the sacred vessel to my lord Orlan," the dragon replied.
Should I put it in our laundry, or are you basically can't?